Can you think of the best cherry fragrance out right now? I can, of course. It's Mind Games French Defense. Come back and I'll tell you why this is a fragrance you need in your collection. But you gotta come back. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video of Smell Good with Jenna. I'm, of course, Jenna. Thank you so much for stopping by. You know what you gotta do. Like, comment, follow, and subscribe. And let's get right into it. I know, I hate when people talk about, oh, you need this fragrance right now in your collection. It's the best of whatever. I know I just did that, but I gotta admit, maybe it's me being biased, but this is one of the best, if not the best, cherry fragrances I've ever smelled. It's damn near a masterpiece. I'm obsessed with Mind Games, like I always tell you guys. I heard a lot of people talking about it on social media. That French Defense was really, really good. And the way Lenora and Queenie had me in the chokehold, I knew I had to get my nose on it. So one day I went to Bloomingdale's and I went to smell a couple of fragrances from Mind Games and also Initio and a couple of other places. When I got my nose on French Defense, I'm like, I know I need this immediately. So I went to my go-to place, Fragrance Nevea. I always shout them out. They always have the best prices, specifically when it comes to niche fragrances. They sell out pretty quick because the pricing just so damn good. Got this for $269 when Mind Game fragrances typically retail for $375, although they just upped the price to $395. Crazy. And like I said, as much as I love the house, I'm not paying that much money. I'm sorry. If I can find it on a discount, I will. But for 3.4 ounce, I got it for $269. And I think this was an absolute steal. So shout out to Fragrance Nevea. Like I said, for all your niche fragrances, your popular fragrances, check them out. You can get your fragrances for a really good price, like I did with French Defense. So if we get into the packaging, it's the standard Mind Games chest piece bottle. Actually, when I was doing my research, this actually won from the 2024 Fragrance Foundation Packaging of the Year, which says a lot about Mind Games packaging. It's pretty elegant and gorgeous. I think 9 times out of 10, we're paying more so for the packaging and bottle and whatnot than the actual fragrance. But nonetheless, it's a really good fragrance. It's part of their Soulmate Collection, which is the more mask appealing scents, which this I find to be very mask appealing. If we get into the actual notes, in the top we have cherry, violet leaves, chamomile, and in the middle we have rose, geranium, and mimosa, and in the base we have amber, blonde woods, and cedar wood. This French Defense reminds me of just biting into a juicy black cherry, where it's like, you know, in the summertime cherries are in season and you get the right ones and it's just super juicy that you can't stop eating. That's what this reminds me of, just really dark and juicy black cherry. I know a lot of times men don't like cherry fragrances, specifically something like Lost Cherry. This is something that a man would gravitate to more just because it has that darkness to it, where I also find women would love this. I don't find this to be leaning any type of way. I think this is truly a beautiful unisex fragrance. But in regards to longevity and projection, this is a cherry fragrance that lasts a long time, and that's hard to say when it comes to cherry fragrances. But I wore this on my skin and specifically on my clothes. It lasted all day and projected, and then definitely left a trail. So you're definitely gonna get some mileage out of this one. Is it a complete beast? Probably not, but you're for sure gonna get some mileage out of this, which that's to say the least. When it comes to Mind Games fragrances, that may not always be the case. So you're definitely gonna get some mileage out of this one. Don't expect it to be a beast, but definitely something that you will smell on your clothes specifically for a good portion of the day. So for my layering combo, I was really hyped about this one. I really enjoyed this, that I had to wear this a couple of times. But what I started off with, as I always do for my cherry fragrances, I started off with Bath & Body Works Black Cherry Merlot. I love using this because it's not, this type of cherry it's dark, like how I find French Defense is. It's dark and it's juicy. It's not that playful, youthful, girly type of cherry. So this is a perfect way to start off this layering combo. Obviously, we started with the shower gel and then use the moisturizing cream. And then, as I always do for all my cherry fragrances, I use not Bath and Body Works, Brown Sugar Babes Cherry Bomb. It's inspired by Lost Cherry, so I use that. And then we wound up layering French Defense with Initio's Narcotic Delight. I got a shout out to the sales rep at Bloomingdale's because we were playing around with it and I wound up testing it together, and I was like, oh, I know I'm gonna revisit this when I have these two in my possession. So I wound up layering these two together. So long lasting. You got the booziness, you got the woodsiness, the cherry, the smokiness. It just paired so well together, layered with everything else. Bomb AF. So would I recommend French Defense? 1,000%. I think this is one of their Mind Game's more stronger fragrances. It's the perfect unisex set, whether you're a guy or a girl and you really want a really good cherry fragrance. I would check out French Defense, and it won an award for a reason. I know it was for packaging, but nonetheless, it's still a really, really good fragrance. So I would definitely recommend French Defense. And that is my video. Thank you so much for watching. You know what you got to do. Like, comment, follow, subscribe. Let me know if you tried French Defense or you plan on trying it. Or what's your favorite cherry fragrance, since I made that bold statement of this being the best cherry fragrance. And always remember, the best compliment one can get is that you smell so good.